Hey guys, Jay, welcome back to the channel. So guys, it's been a little while, hasn't it? I've been really, and I do mean really busy with other projects that have taken a little bit more time than I was expecting. But now that they're in the swing of things, I can get right back talking about action figure and toy news. And wouldn't you know it, a ton of stuff had gone by my desk, which I really want to talk about, starting, of course, with the Master Universe, Mattel 2000X action figure releases. And Mattel wasted no time. Uh, a day ago, actually, now, the Master Universe 2000X action figures for the cartoon collection had their entire planogram posted by Mattel. And this is a huge deal for Master Universe collectors. And I want to take a deep dive in this to take a look at what exactly was posted by Mattel on all of their social medias. Let's have a look, everybody. So, guys, this was a huge treat for us, and I am over the moon. Heading over to Masters of the Universe on Facebook, this was announced here as well as on their Instagram page. Oh my goodness, everybody. That's right. Scrolling down, we can see that the Masters of the Universe planogram has been announced, and the entire first two waves, as well as some interesting bonus characters at the bottom, which we'll get to in another episode. Today, we'll just take a look at what exactly was announced for the cartoon collection on Master Universe social media pages, and this is absolutely bonkers, everybody. Let's have a closer look at this. Yes. Finally, the Masters of the Universe cartoon collection has officially released their entire planogram for the fall release of Masters of the Universe 2000X cartoon collection, and this is absolutely bonkers, everybody. Scrolling down, we can see the first four figures, which already have been somewhat, released in terms of their overall look and schedule and packaging artwork, which we've covered here on the channel already. 2000X He-Man, 2000X Stratos, 2000X Triclops. This is fascinating, especially the fact that they're actually referring to them as 2000X. What? Is that official now? Is it official that they are actually 2000X characters? This is awesome. Holy crap. Obviously, 2000X was the fan title for these for years, just to differentiate it between Masters of the Universe, or the original series of characters. But now it looks like Mattel has decided to just take it and adopt it as the actual moniker for, at the very least, their planning schedule. So in the past, we already have covered 2000X He-Man, 2000X Stratos, and 2000X Triclops, which their packaging artwork was already displayed on and showcased on Manuel Eduardo Caritas, his Instagram page. And we can see that he actually did have these characters and their box art, which we've gone through in many different videos, showcasing some of the amazing artwork that was on the actual card art, as well as the packaging art as well. This was a welcome treat, and huge thanks to everybody on the design team. You guys are freaking killing it. This artwork is amazing. And of course, we are hugely excited about all of these brand new figures coming to light. And finally, the official planogram here really has showcased what's possible. We then found out that 2000X Man-at-Arms, 2000X Mossman, 2000X Evil-Lyn, Skeletor, Zodac, Prince Adam, Deluxe Beastman, and finally, Deluxe Ram Man were announced during this planogram. And I got to tell you, this is crazy. Now, we did see these at San Diego Comic-Con 2025, and I wanted to go through that a little bit later, but some brand new photos have actually surfaced on multiple different Facebook pages, and I just wanted to take a deep dive look at these brand new characters who have been basically announced now officially on this planogram, and what we can expect when they're finally released in action figure form. Let's have a look, everybody. Huge shout out to our good friend Statoverse. Guys, if you haven't already, please head over to Statoverse. The man is actually doing amazing work reporting on action figures all the time. I'll have links in the description below where you can follow him on his Facebook page. Guys, this has been an incredible year for action figures, and Statoverse has been on the ball for every one of the releases so far and leaks that have appeared in multiple locations. Definitely give him a like and follow. Tell him that Jay sent you. Mossman definitely has the look of the 2000X action figure cartoon. And this time he really does fit the cartoon collection 100%. I really love the idea that he has moss vines growing all over him. That's a beautiful touch, and really harkens to the idea of what I've been talking about, where a lot of these characters are so unique in so much that I don't think many of their designs can actually be reused, the standard bucks. However, that doesn't seem to be the case with Mossman here. He seems to have a standard He-Man Master Universe body. The limbs seem a little bit longer, but the actual body itself can be reused multiple times. The top shoulder piece seems to be something that you can actually take off, much like straps. But I love the idea that it's got this mossy appearance on the top, very flowery, if you will, or full of different growth. And of course, the vines are just a wonderful added touch. He's got this great new head sculpt, very much almost Wolfman in appearance. I can see an actual, maybe a werewolf character later in the future. Definitely with his head. Looks amazing. He's got these really cool hands with a tiny little bit of growth on the top of the palms themselves, on the backs of his hands. The furry loincloth is wonderfully sculpted, along with that signature Master Universe belt. I just love it. It's so cool. And of course, his legs have the shins themselves actually have additional growths closer to his knees, and then moving down further, almost as if they have shin pads. These things look so good. I love the colors as well. Very much reminiscent of the way they looked in the cartoon. And he does befit the character coming off of the cartoon screen. He even has a simple mace. It's actually probably made of wood, but it does have these 4 spikes that come out of the top. Beautiful stuff. Then we also had a look at Evil-Lyn, and she looks glorious as well. Now, we already took a really closer look at these in the last video, but I just wanted to showcase that these solicitation photos are looking so good now. The colors are a bit more accurate to the characters, although Evil-Lyn, I think, still is not nearly as pale as she needs to be. But it's interesting that they've gone this route. It seems like Evil-Lyn characters in general seem to have some, in terms of their overall skin, for their action figure appearances, can be a hit and miss sometimes. So it's really interesting to see this version of Evil-Lyn, the way she looks right now. I love her overall color scheme: purple, lavenders, gold trim, and of course her magic staff, which looks absolutely thrilling. We did, of course, take a look at Man-at-Arms, and that shoulder pauldron is just absolutely massive. But it really does harken to the idea that they are investing quite a bit into this line. Man-at-Arms himself also has bits on his arms and legs, which cannot be reused, at least in theory, with any other character. However, I'm pretty sure, depending on how they use the tooling, they could probably do something unique with this in and of itself. Of course, his shin armor, as well as his armored up foot, and the shoulder pauldron itself is unique to Man-at-Arms, along with his armor bits. But perhaps we can start seeing them in many of the Palace Guards. You never know how that's going to overall play out, but definitely, I think Duncan himself is uniquely fitted for the character, literally looking like he jumped off of the cartoon screen. His signature mace, of course, is also included with the character, although this one seems to be in a different color than usual. Then we got a glimpse of Prince freaking Adam. Oh my God. We've been waiting for this character for such a long time, and he looks absolutely amazing. Quite literally, like he jumped out of the cartoon screen. I know I've been saying that a lot, but this is exactly what it looks like. And I'm super excited about the way Prince Adam looks here. He even comes with the scepter of the royal family, the symbol of royalty for the Eternian royal family. And of course, he uses this as his main weapon when fighting off the forces of evil. But I really do love the way they designed him in 2000X. He really looks cool. I love the bowl cut, the shortened vest, which it really does harken more to a young, brash, nobleman, but at the same time still suited for an easy access to I guess combat. His tunic on the bottom looks very much the way it did in the cartoon. He's even got that I guess it's a strap which goes across his chest, and that belt buckle looking so great, very much like the way it did in the cartoon. Of course, he shows off the freaking guns that he's got, and he's got those wonderful forearms, which look more like hunting gloves, and the gauntlets that are attached to them are really well suited to combat as well. He has that wonderful belt with the secondary sash on the side. It was the 90s, man. It was the 90s. It was the 90s, early 2000s. And yeah, this was kind of just that thing, Rob Liefeld was really popular, Image was really popular. So everything was like belts, everything. It was really cool. But it does have, if you look carefully, the cross, the lineage of He-Man. And that, I think, it was a wonderful touch, adding adding the Iron Cross in there. It was really cool. He has the traditional lederhosen, the leggings, and his furry boots. This is so much fun, guys. I love the fact he has been represented so well in Master Universe 2000X as they are now positioning this line. It's so much fun. The solicitation photos, which were revealed by Statoverse, showcase just how articulated these characters are. Here we see Adam just, in a casual stroll, holding on to the scepter of Eternos. But he could also be ready for battle at a moment's notice. It's great to see how these guys are going to be, positioned. And I love the additional articulation that we can see here. The shoulder joints are actually much more flexible, I think, with that additional range of movement there, along with what they have for the lower legs. I think that these guys are going to be able to pose much better than their previous counterparts for Master Universe, and I really appreciate that. Prince Adam looks so good in this overall new form for the Master Universe 2000X, and it really does showcase how much they're putting into the line, putting in additional articulation, brand new bucks. I really can't wait to get these guys into our hands. We then got to look at Skeletor, who looks absolutely amazing. Now, this is no Mondo. Obviously, this line is coming in at around $22, $24 USD. But the overall designs just cannot be denied. They look absolutely fabulous. Skeletor here also looks perhaps like he's using the same standard buck as Prince Adam. He's a little bit smaller than He-Man, obviously. But he does have all the earmarks of Skeletor, that wonderful head sculpt, which looking so much like 2000X. A little bit of wash might have been a little bit called for in this case. I'm not really sure why they didn't do that. But this is a budget-friendly line, so I guess that's probably one of the reasons why. His strap set is particularly indicative of 2000X, looking very much like it did in the cartoon, but at the same time also harkening back towards Master Universe series from yore. He also has that bone heraldry at the front, of course. His upper body is not nearly as tapered down as the Mondo version, which looked very, very much cartoon inspired. This one seems a little bit more, again, standard buck for this line in particular, and I wonder if this is where they really started to pare down the costs. But he still looks great nonetheless. Obviously, his skin is that pale blue color, and of course, he's got the wonderful Roman style sash that comes all the way down to his knees. This one's really nice. I really appreciate the work that's been put into this. Really indicative of the actual cartoon. His forearm, or sorry, his half gauntlet as well as the wristband on the other side. They even do have that wonderful indica bone heraldry, skull heraldry of Skeletor. I love that. He has those wonderful shin guards with that single bone, shin bone on the front. So much fun. And of course, more humanistic feet. They really weren't as, I guess, demon as they were. Although little tiny clawed finger toes might have been a little bit more interesting. But I just love the way he looks overall. He does come with his Havoc staff as well as his double sword, which splits in half so he can use it in both hands. I love it. This is amazing, guys, and I can't wait until we get Skeletor into our collections. The solicitation photos themselves are amazing. We can see on the back that it doesn't look like they have any additional placeholders for weapons to be able to holster onto their backs, and I wonder if that's an actual aesthetic choice, as traditionally you could holster many of the weapons in the strap sets. But especially in this case, it doesn't look like that's the case at all. It is interesting to see the reverse of the sash itself. And of course, these guys look so good in these solicitation photos. Skeletor is absolutely haunting in his overall appearance. That Havoc staff, so well done as its overall design. I think that it could have stood to be a little bit bigger in the ram head department, but it still looks amazingly, incredibly well designed, along with the swords, which actually split apart, calling back to the original idea of two swords were split apart for the Master Sword, for the Sword of Power, but now realized more in a Skeletor-type fashion. Splitting them apart, he does look so cool holding them here, and of course channeling that energy that was so reminiscent in the show. And there really is no additional magical power that these two swords have, which is unfortunate. I really would have liked it if these two swords had more of a destiny, much like the same way that their original predecessors did. But it is just a lot of fun to see them in action and available here for the cartoon collection. So Skeletor, of course, is going to be a fan favorite, and I'm pretty sure he will be very, very hard to get. But Mattel, of course, prints He-Mans and Skeletors in abundance, so I'm really excited that everyone will have a chance to get Bonehead into the collection. It's going to be fun. Finally, we took a look at Zodac, and this was actually a surprise release for the second wave. Although I'm not adverse to it, I really like Zodac. His overall character in the 2000X series really brought the character forward and give him a much better backstory. Not this being the like the original Zodac versus the new Zodac versus the Guardians of the Galaxy kind of idea. It was a really cool idea of what Zodac and his place in the galaxy, in the universe, actually was, and it was really, really cool to see this. He really does look like he came off of the cartoon screen. I love the head sculpt, very reminiscent of the way it looked in the cartoon. The armor on the front, very much exactly like you would expect for Zodac, the character himself. Again, there's a lot going on here, which deceptively, and I do mean deceptively, looks as if this is a brand new buck which cannot be replicated. Although, if my eyes don't deceive me, I do believe that this strap set actually has a neck piece, which will not, which is actually removable and sits on top of the existing neck piece. Now, I'm wondering what kind of I wonder if that will hinder the neck articulation at all for the head, and if it will prove a little bit more difficult for him to move his head around. I guess time will tell. He has a standard, what I'm going to call standard Master Universe buck in this case, but they've opted to actually add additional deco, those wonderful painted lines for the tattoos, really giving him a much more interesting design than the traditional Zodac that we are accustomed to. He's got those great white gloves, which was, again, another wonderful nod from the actual series itself. The white belt, which really does bring this wonderful aesthetic to the character in its overall design. The new sash, which is very different from the way he normally looks. He usually has a furry loincloth, but now in the 2000X cartoon, they really gave him more of a futuristic type of, galaxy watcher type of idea, and I love that. The tattoos go all the way down to his legs, and those wonderful new designs for the shin pad boots, and this is just a complete package for Zodac. He also comes with this signature staff, which was utilized in the cartoon itself, and it really does unify the entire piece for Zodac. Amazing. His illustration photos really do give that sense that he is a universal protector, a watcher of the events happening on a galactic scale. And I do love the way he looks overall. Very much like he can wield the power of the Zodac and the Watchers. This guy is absolutely freaking incredible, and I am excited to get. He's probably he's a fan favorite for sure. Definitely one of the guys that I really want to get into the collection first off, and I am very, very excited that we get an opportunity to get Zodac into the collection in the first two waves. This is freaking amazing. The new waves have been set for the planogram, and it's amazing that we're already getting 3 figures in each wave plus 2 deluxe characters. As a matter of fact, heading back over to the planogram, we can see that the 2 deluxe characters, 2000X Deluxe Beastman and 2000X Deluxe Ramman, these 2 guys are absolutely huge. And once again, I don't think that you can reuse any of their buck for additional characters. After all, when we saw them at San Diego Comic-Con 2025, these guys were absolutely massive. I mean, take a look at Beastman here by himself. There's the entire lineup at the 2000X San Diego Comic-Con display, and these guys were just these guys are just ridiculous. I was over the moon when I saw them, but Beastman in particular, I mean, look at him. He really is just upper body, like gigantic. His mane has these spikes on top, and I think that that's possibly removable and might be shared with Clawful, as we'll see in a second. But for the most part, when you first look at him, it looks like he's just this gigantic beast, pun intended. You know, the wrist guards with the Chun-Li like spikes, his whip, the overall sash that he wears, which is more like just a leather piece of tunic. Sorry, a leather piece of loincloth, and that belt, which is not quite Eternian, but looks so good all the same. And of course, those the front shin guards, which seem like they just wrap over his legs, which is awesome. As you can see here, I think he might be able to share a few parts with Clawful, but it's hard to say. And Clawful, of course, will be another deluxe character in and himself. He doesn't look anything like the Mondo Clawful, but seriously, he's still a force to be reckoned with. The deluxe version of Ram-Man that we can see over there, he himself is going to be a figure which, again, I don't think we can reuse any of his parts. He himself is so unique in his overall shape, the body structure, the what's it called, the kilt that he wears, his arms, they're so unique. His legs, his boots. This is a character who I don't think you can replicate or utilize any more of his body parts for any other character that's going to be released after the fact. Maybe you can reuse his arms for bigger type characters. I don't know, like Fisto's. Maybe this will become Fisto's arm. I don't know. But other than that, he is a massive individual, and it's going to be. I'm hard pressed to figure out if there's any other characters who can, utilize his body afterwards. So this is a one and done, body structure, body type. Buck for Master Universe, and I just don't know if there's any other way to use it. And then, of course, there's Roboto. He literally is a one-off character. There's no other way to use his body for any other characters. So these two in particular, when they're finally announced, as Ram-Man has already been, along with Beastman, yeah, it's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how these guys are positioned and what price point we can expect these guys at. Fascinating. So, guys, the 2000X planagram for Master Universe has been announced. And in the next episode, we will be talking more about the final 3 characters that were put on this planagram. We already know that Origins Multibot is available for pre-order on Amazon.com. So that came out of left field as well. But these 2 Mark Taylor-inspired design sketchbook series, these guys are going to be something to behold. And of course, there is my all-time favorite, Manny Faces, in the mix. So we're going to take a deep dive of that into the next episode, and I hope you guys will enjoy that. This is going to be crazy. Just before we start talking about the conclusions of these final planograms, guys, I did want to remind everybody that the Master of the Universe convention, Motuniverse, will be happening at the Torrance Marriott in Redondo Beach, California, May 23rd to 24th, 2026. This is, of course, a Master Universe themed convention, and my good friend Mike of Eternian World and I am hugely excited to be able to be putting this on for everybody. We hope to see everybody there. It's going to be a great time. We currently have a Kickstarter running right now, so you can take a look at it. Just click over to the Kickstarter here, and we've already raised $13,000. Oh, it just went up. Oh, wow, guys, it just continues to climb. Huge shout out to everybody who's already pledged and in support of this wonderful convention that we're trying to put on. $13,368, and we're trying to reach a $25,000 stretch goal. Guys, thank you so much for helping us to achieve Motuniverse as a convention in 2026, celebrating the Master Universe. As, of course, the Master Universe has never been more in the public consciousness than it will be in 2026. We've already reached our $10,000 stretch goal, and we're moving into our next stretch goal of $15,000, and we're very close now, having broken the $13,000 mark. 96 backers are helping us to do this, guys. You can be part of this and help make this a reality. We have wonderful guests already announced, including writer guest of honor Tim Sheridan, who's worked on Master Universe Revolution, Transformers, War Cybertron for Netflix, as well as Superman, Man of Tomorrow. It's going to be great talking to Tim and finding out more about what the projects he's going to be working on. As a matter of fact, he teased that there is something He-Fan related. He can't really talk about it in this space, but keep watching and maybe we'll learn more about this new project, and I'm really excited about it. We also do have wonderful events going on, including the Master Universe from 1982 to 2026, celebrating 44 years of Master Universe. We want to celebrate the Princess of Power from 1985 to 2026, as she didn't really receive much of a birthday cake, more like a birthday card. So we want to be able to celebrate the Princess of Power birthday in style. And of course, those video games from 1983 to 2026, some were absolutely amazing, some were absolutely terrible, and of course, everything in between. There's going to be a lot of fun, especially since a brand new video game is coming out in 2026. And I'm really excited about the Motuniverse Masters of Cosplay. There's going to be a lot of fun. You can come dressed in cosplay, any cosplay you like. But if you come as a Master Universe figure in costume, you will get bonus points for the final masquerade. Guys, we really appreciate it. We've already reached our venue. It happened very early in the campaign, reaching $5,000. And thanks to you guys, we have unlocked the venue and secured the location for Master Universe 2026. It will be happening at the Torrance Marriott in Redondo Beach, California. And we are so excited about this, guys. Thank you so much for your help. We are down to our final few sets for the Founders Package, guys. This is crazy. Huge shout out to everybody who has already supported us and picked up a Founders Recognition set. This is our most popular item for rewards right now, and we only have 26 left out of 100. Once these 100 sets are gone, they will never come back again, because this is in recognition and thanks for everyone who's supporting us with the Founders Package. And what does it come with? It comes with a host of great items, including a VIP admission to Motuniverse 2026. This will allow you access to all early access to all the events, a VIP pass to the convention, and front of the line access to guests and featured attractions, as well as all after hours events. We also have a commemorative medallion, which is in thanks and recognition of your support from Motuniverse, especially with this particular early adopter, and really in recognition of your efforts and helping us to make Motuniverse a really special event. It's not just a 3D printed medallion, it is actual metal and is glorious. 50 millimeters in size, and I think you guys have seen me have handled one of these with the Champions of Neferity and Flipboard. There's also a Motuniverse founding member certificate. This is in thanks and recognition, and you can hang it up on your wall. And just remember that you are one of the 100 founding members, and help to make Motuniverse happen in 2026. There will also be a Motuniverse Founders Members T-shirt, as well as a Motuniverse Founders Members pin. If you wear this on your shirt or lapel during the event, every one of the staff who's going to be at the show will, if they see that pin on you, they will definitely give you a good journey salute, because we really appreciate all your support, everybody. Other ways to support the Motuniverse event: you can pick up a regular standard Motuniverse pin. This is a standard pin which will be available to all attendees at $10. You can pick up a Motuniverse mug and get those warm drinks, because it's going to be a wonderful time sitting down with friends and just recanting all your favorite Master Universe memories while holding and drinking from this mug. We also have the standard Motuniverse shirt. This is not the final design. None of these are the final designs. They're just concept designs, but the final artwork is going to look absolutely amazing. And you guys, I'm excited about this, and I hope you guys enjoy it as well. And finally, for this Kickstarter only, we are offering VIP packages at a discounted price. Regular price for VIP packages are $100. For this Kickstarter fundraise, we are discounting them 40% off, from $100 to $60, which is the regular price. The $100 regular price will be reinstated as soon as the Kickstarter is over. So this is your chance to save $40 off of the regular VIP price. And the VIP badges do 1 hour early access to the exhibit floor on Saturday, early access to all events, priority access to meet and greets, signings, and featured attractions, access to hours after programming, and of course, an exclusive Motuniverse pin. The pin as well is not included with the standard VIP badge for $100. So this is in thanks and recognition of your support for Motuniverse, as we're trying to get this convention funded, and all of the support really is appreciated, guys. Thank you so much again for helping us to reach $13,368. We have a long way to go to $25,000, guys, but once that happens, we will be able to celebrate Masters of the Universe 2026 the way it was meant to be. Huge shout out to everybody who's already supported us. We really appreciate it. If you'd like, please head over to motuniversecon.com. That's our website, and sign up for our mailing list. If you are a vendor, this is where you can let us know that you would like to exhibit or be a vendor at Motuniverse 2026. We'll put you on a mailing list, and once those application forms are ready, we will send you out that information. Only 205 days, 16 hours, and 50 minutes to go, guys. This is going to be absolutely amazing. We also have an Instagram page where we're making most of our announcements, Motuniverse_con on Instagram. And we already have a contest running, which has actually been completed, where our special guest, Tony Washington, has made some amazing, wonderful artwork. And speaking of special guests, we also have writer guest of honor Joshua Sky, who is literally writing the lore of Master Universe in the mini comics, and we're very excited to welcome Mr. William Stout, the designer and guest of honor, who literally helped with the original designs for all the Master Universe figures and characters in the original Master Universe to date. The only Master Universe film that has been produced and made with Dolph Lundgren and, of course, Frank Langella. And his designs have inspired movies, including Jurassic Park. You can meet all of these wonderful individuals you can meet all these wonderful guests at Motuniverse 2026, guys. And follow us on Motuniverse_con, as well as our Facebook, Motuniverse.con on Facebook. Guys, thank you so much again for your love and support. We really appreciate it. Let's make Motuniverse a convention to remember as we continue to appreciate and welcome all your support to make this convention a reality. Guys, I got to tell you, I am absolutely over moon at this brand new set of Master Universe 2000X figures. Wow, guys, this is absolutely nuts. And it looks like Mattel really is supporting this 2000X line in so much as they're actually naming it in certain regards as 2000X. That kind of shocked the heck out of me. I was really surprised at that. Let me know in the comment section below, guys. What are your thoughts about this brand new 2000X line from Mattel? Are you guys excited as I am that the cartoon collection is growing and continuing into 2026, celebrating the 2000X Mike Young produced action figures from the cartoon? This is absolutely crazy. Already 2 waves officially announced and 2 deluxe figures going along with those 2 waves. This is crazy, guys. Are you going to put down your hard-earned cash for the 2000X line officially from Mattel? Or have you decided that the Mondo versions of these figures are actually much more detailed, much more grandiose, much bigger, and really more on the aesthetic that you're looking for 2000X, and you'd rather go in that direction, spending maybe a little bit more money? Who are we kidding? Maybe a lot more money. But at the end of the day, it really is your type of design for 2000X, and these ones just don't really make that mark. Let me know those comments in the comment section below, guys. Toy News continues 2025, everybody. And as I mentioned earlier, we are raising funds for the Motuniverse Convention 2026, which is happening at the Torrance Marriott in Redondo Beach, California, May 23rd and 24th. It's going to be an absolute bonkers weekend. That is Memorial Day weekend as well, guys. And we hope to see you guys there. I've been talking nonstop about this with my good friend Mike of Attorney Royalty, and we've been on podcast after podcast after podcast. And you can take a look at one of those podcasts right here, and I'll see you guys there. Guys, I hope you're doing well, staying safe. And as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Master Universe and Motuniverse are going strong into 2026, and we hope to see you guys at Motuniverse 2026. Good journey, everybody. Geek proud.